Hi.
Do you ever need a friend? I need a friend, y'all.
I need a cocktail.
It's raining on my parade. My name is Katie Lowe, and it ain't no secret. I'm in the basement with McLemore. Today is Monday. It's almost 4 p.m. Guess what? We're in the basement with McLemore. And the truth is going to come out. If you feeling kind of blue and misunderstood, and I'm in Chicago and ain't nothing going on in my hood. But guess what? I'm going to introduce to you and present to others none other than that deep dark chocolate and that good old vanilla. They call them tit and tat. I call it this and that. But we finna go deep down in the basement. I'm gonna leave it up to Bryant.
Yes.
And what's that man's name? I call him Hal. Watch me disappear.
My God. You guys, you couldn't have a better intro than that.
Hey, Bryant.
Hey, what's going on, my buddy? How are you?
Oh, you know, hanging in there, you know. Today's the day. How is it in the basement?
You know what? I'm literally in the basement, and with McLemore, we couldn't do any better than this. You know, at this point, it is what it is, and I'm just happy to be here. You know, I missed you guys for a little while. You know, it seems like the show should be every week, but we'll work up to that. But today has been quite a challenge, just getting everything together. So I really am. I think this show is going to be dedicated to vodka and tonic.
Yeah. Yeah, about this time every day it gets to be that cocktail hour. I can really appreciate that, you know.
Yes, you know what, Harold? I love your avatar. I like both of our avatars that Katie created for us. Our cartoon avatar. I look like 28 years younger.
Oh, okay.
And I'm okay with that. You know, however, so you know, let's just dive into this. So, you know, we're about ready to get started opening up the country again, folks. So
finally, how is it? Yes.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. But you know what? I don't want us to get too comfortable because, you know, we don't want to have any accidents or any problems. Chicago reported only 431 new cases of COVID, which is like amazing, you know, what we were up against. How's New York handling the reopening?
Well, you know, I think New York, for New York, the reopening is actually a very exciting time right now. I mean, as you know, it's a city with a lot of people, and the governor opened things up last week. You know, the restaurants, they can be at full capacity. People are out. People are in the parks, and one of the things that they're doing in New York is one of the kind of ways to get people out. They're really expanding on art and really trying to get people to be outdoors, and kind of art really helping people turn things around. So, you know, and I live in Lincoln Center, so there's a lot of live performances that are outside. There's some different art exhibits. So it's kind of like that slowly getting back into, you know, our new normal. The subway system here, which is a big, very important to how we live here, they've really opened up. So I got on the train. I've been on the train in a year on the subway. I got on there. I had an appointment, and it, you know, it's coming right along. So it's really good to see things opening up. There are people still wearing masks. I'm still wearing my mask just you know, right now. I'm still wearing my mask. I'm fully vaccinated. But so it'll take a little adjusting to do that. So, but we're definitely opening up, and I think that, you know, people are ready for it. I'm certainly ready for it.
Yeah, I think Chicago's sidewalk cafes are off the chain. There's a new place called Wild Berry that serves breakfast. It's downtown on State Street, not far from my job. And I mean, it's like 2 hour wait. You know, the people are just so excited to get out to see their friends. This past Memorial Day weekend, there were enormous amounts of people that were in their backyards again. You know, just the neighborhood bodegas, just stuff like that, and it really feels good to you know, to get back to something, because you know, I think that we all suffer from a mental illness, myself, from being trapped in the house with your significant other or without anyone in there but you. You know, I'm just excited that that's going to happen, but I do still wear my mask. I performed at a birthday party night before last, and didn't have my mask on because we were in the backyard. But then the next day, I had like this scratchy throat. My allergies was messed up, and you know, the first thing that happens after you get any kind of illness, you know, it could be a mosquito bite. You're like, oh Lord, it's COVID. So I went through that whole next day thinking, oh my God, have I come this far and didn't have my mask on? And you know, I started thinking, did somebody kiss me in the mouth?
Yeah, but you do bring up a good point about the mental stress about this whole thing. I think we gotta go through that. It is been mentally challenging for a lot of us. So you know, we gotta go through this to get to the light again. So
I was reading somewhere that there is a type of psychosis or some kind of syndrome. You know, and I don't have a lot of information on it, so I don't want to speak on it too much. But some type of psychological syndrome that the people of the world, it's like not that everybody has it, and it's you know, it's going to take a while for us to get used to standing less than 6 feet away from people in the grocery store and not giving them the weird look like, like get back, you know, why are you this close? And I know I have that because you know I work in the public and retail, so people are constantly walking right up to me this close. Do you know where the restroom is, or that, or you feel them coming and coming and coming, and I'm almost like, wait, can you say what you need to say from over there? So that is part of it. And
you're you're absolutely right. People, I still got that stand back. You're too
yes,
close. Yes,
it's like this
yes,
goes off in your head. You remember those alarms back in the day when you got too close to the car? It would be like beep 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 beep. Stand back, stand back. It would be
yeah,
like voice. That's how we are. So, well,
yeah.
we're live. I'm just happy that I'll be able to come. Maybe you'll get to come to Chicago now and see one of your old friends. You know, no pressure though on the
No,
radio.
you know what? And I'm dying to see you, Bryant. I really am. You know, I gotta figure out how to, because I really need some real peace and quiet. You know, I want to escape. I want to go to a beach. I'll be honest with you. I gotta get out. You know what I mean?
But there is a round trip flight to Belize for 381. We can skip Chicago, honey. I can meet you in Belize.
So now you're talking, okay? And you know your prices. So that's what we're talking about.
Skip Chicago for now, and let's just talk about Belize and the beach for 381.
Okay, okay. Okay, I'll
So
follow up with you after the show on that, okay?
talk about this escape from our lives for a few minutes, you know, into Paradise Island. I'd like to have like a little guy say, "Welcome to Fantasy Island."
Yeah, yeah,
So
I
this
know.
is June, the month of June already, guys. We've already passed through 6 months of this year. Like it is, it's just a so. As we know, the only celebration that I know about in June outside of people's birthday is Juneteenth.
Yes. All
Uh,
right.
you know, Harold and I come from Denver, and Juneteenth was a very big celebration. You know, when we were growing up, and even still to this day, it's got a large population of people that celebrate Juneteenth. And as you know, some of the history of Juneteenth. Harold, did you have any of the history on it? Because I just pulled up a couple of things. What do you want to say about Juneteenth?
Well, well, I think you bring up a really good point about Juneteenth for us being from Colorado, and what a big it was a big deal there. A lot of people in the country weren't celebrating it as much as they are now. And my mother grew up in Texas, and as we know, the history of Juneteenth had to do with when slavery ended. They forgot to tell a part of the country that slavery was over. So
Right.
we had slaves in Texas and other parts of the Midwest for a couple of extra years. And finally, and that's what Juneteenth, it celebrates when those people found out they were no longer slaves. So that was a big celebration 2 years later.
Yes.
And so that's another big reason why the Midwest, that part of the country, really celebrates Juneteenth, because it really was significant for that population of people at the time.
Yeah, I understood that there was a General George Granger who had to come in and like march into the city and serve the orders from the United States government that slavery had been abolished and they were staying there until all Negroes were free. A couple of years later, which is like sometimes when you go into little rural areas, you wonder, did any of those people get the memo about anything? I did a road trip to St. Louis last weekend and stopped off in a little town in Missouri to get gas, and I swear I was like, it was like the place where the Beverly Hillbillies came from, Bug Tussle. I mean, it was that. There was a dollar store, but all the people and everything. As a matter of fact, it felt so weird because there were no African American people. The people at the gas station all looked like they'd seen a anomaly. Like, whoa, there's a black guy, and he's dressed. So I hurried up, got my gas, and got out of there. So you guys, this is the month to celebrate Juneteenth. This is a month of celebration. Harold and I can stand firm on it being rooted in our growing up and our upbringing in Denver, Colorado. It took place in Five Points, which is was the predominantly Mecca at the Gold Rush era. It's where Black people actually performed. Ma Rainey, Bessie Smith, the Wild Bill is from there. So there were a lot of great acts that came to just that little bit of a lot of land in Denver, and now that whole place is. Harold, I was there since they 3 years ago at the Juneteenth celebration, and by that time they had a train like rolling down the middle of Welton, which freaked me out. So it's
yeah.
Well, cool,
yeah, it's
cool.
interesting to see how our hometown has advanced with that train going down the middle of the town. Yeah.
It's a trip. It's a total trip. Oh, we'll be able to see it again. So this is another month celebration, and that would be Gay Pride. Yay!
Yeah.
So our topics.
Yeah.
Into loving topics, and there was when I Googled Gay Pride, I was blown away. So it was so much. There's a pride.
Oh, Creole.
And everywhere on the planet, there's a pride. There were so many dates that I couldn't come up with like one specific calendar. So I did Chicago, Harold. I hope you did New York, because I didn't do y'all. Our Gay Pride in Chicago is celebrated the 20th and the 21st of June. And they are back on schedule with the parade. They're back on schedule with the prior weeks. Of course, there's several of them that take place throughout the month of June, July, and August. And the one that I'm also going to attend is in October, which is like October 8th or 9th, and that's in Atlanta. And I was at that one 2 years ago too, and it was so amazing. Like, I didn't get to the parade part, but I didn't miss any after parties.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, New York, they're definitely gearing up here as well. It's kind of like a month-long celebration. They will do a parade at the parade they usually do here is the last weekend of the month in June.
Mm-hmm.
So, but what I'm really noticing here in New York about Pride, this being Gay Pride Month, a lot of the retail stores, I would love to know what you think about this, Bryant. a lot of the retail stores, they start really pumping up their Pride paraphernalia and clothing. They change all the colors of the, the marquees, all the signs, a whole lot of stuff to sell. What do you think about that during Pride Month?
I work inside of Macy's down on State Street, and I'm really irritated by it because, just before, it's like plagiarizing. Why don't they have this shit all year long? Excuse me for cussing, but, as opposed to making it seem like it's an Easter or whatever, like that, once Pride is over, that very next day, they change the display for Chicago Bulls. So you're exactly right. There's Pride paraphernalia, which they never had before, like now. And it's a marketing ploy, and I really just think it's plagiarism. But that's just me because I never buy that shit anyway. I don't care how mistake. I won't buy it. Like if I'm going to a parade or if I'm going to a party and I choose to support a local vendor or a friend of mine that's making T-shirts, or a person that, like right now, I have bracelets that are like one, but they're rainbow colors. They're being sold at the Silver Room Chicago, where my book is, Love Butter Sounds. But I really think it's just a ploy for money, and it's sort of irritating. That's
See, that's where I'm at. That's my take on it. Because years ago, when Pride came, there were certain stores that year round, they catered to the queer community, and they worked hard with that. They not only had paraphernalia, they had books about the history, they had films, videos. So they were really dedicated to the people, right? And you fast forward to today, and you have these major corporate stores that once a year, like you said, they pop up and they're making money off of it. And I find it to be really, that part really is just like you. It really turns me off, so.
Down the street right down the stairs from my shop, and I don't even look at it. But because you know what? I know that they're not giving back to Trans Lives Matter. They're not giving back to the local gay center. I'm sure that they're not connected to anything that is about Pride. And I'm wondering, did they even go to a gay person or organization to order this? So I'm not buying anything from it. I mean, for people that come in and they that crap, if you want to wear, a good fellow from Target shirt that is in their rainbow colors, fine, do that, have at it. But I don't really want any parts of it. I mean, I don't support it. I think that it was a grassroots organization started by people that were bold enough to go out and create something that they could offer specifically to their community during a specific time of the year, but also to have it available all year in case somebody wanted, something for their own personal party. Not that we have to be driven by the Easter parade.
Right. So I hear you.
Me and you're on the same page.
We're on the same page. You see? Yeah.
We're on the same page. But moving right along, folks, we have such an amazing show in store for you. Is it time for us to sponsor somebody here?
Let's check out a sponsor. Yeah, let's. We gotta pay the bills, so we do have a sponsor.
Let's get a sponsor.
Hi, my name is Katie Lowe, and I want to remind everybody that you are listening to In the Basement with McLemore. And they got to pay bills. So check this out.
Inspired by capturing people in their natural state, James Washington is Maseo's Photo, a Chicago-based photography studio specializing in portraits, headshots, weddings, lifestyle, and commercial photography. Contact James Washington at 708-568-1421 or hit him up on the website at maseosphotos.net. That's MaseoPhoto.net. James Washington, Maseo's Photo.
All back to In the Basement with McLemore, your host, Brian McLemore Smith. And what's his name? I think his name Harold. Bye, y'all.
All right, Katie, thank you.
Thank you. So you know what? That's an amazing commercial spot. And you guys, just a reminder, go check out my boy James Washington with Maseo Photo right here in Chicago. He's if you go to my website, Love, Blood, and Rhinestones.com, you will see that he did my photo shoot as well, and all my stuff he is amazing. So thank you so much for sponsoring our show. He was our first sponsor, and he still is sponsoring our show. And really appreciate that. So moving right along, we have a couple of amazing young ladies that are coming up on the show. I've got Miss Beverly LaRue, and she is the author of Sisters Plotting in the Pew. And, you know, that's an upcoming stage play, and we've got Beverly on. There's Beverly. Hey, Bev. How are you?
Hey, Beverly, your mic is, unmute yourself. Take your mic.
We can see you, but we can't hear you. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go. Oh, no. Nope.
Nope.
Click it again. There you go, right there. Good. Can you hear us, Beverly?
I can hear
You.
Now, great. There you are. Well, oh, there you go. Welcome.
Hey. But can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Okay, well, good. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me on your show. Thank you.
Yes, we've got a little bit of a crackly sound. Oh, tell me about your sister plotting you.
Okay, I can hear you. It's broken up.
Okay, can you your mic down?
Yes, my mic is on.
Okay, so we can hear you. So just go ahead. Can you hear my question? Beverly, can you hear my question?
I can hear you just a little.
Okay, Harold, why don't you ask her what?
To tell you about.
Beverly, can you hear me? It's Harold. I don't think she can hear me either, Bryant. Bryant, you can hear me, right? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna. You talk.
Beverly, can you? Beverly, tell us about the play. Yeah.
Okay, let me tell you about the play Sisters Plotting in the Pew. It's really about how the women of God and how the people in the church. Can you hear me?
You got stuck. Okay,
we can hear you, Beverly. Keep talking.
Keep talking. It's okay. Just keep talking.
Computers.
Oh, keep talking.
Yeah, keep talking.
So the play is about how women needs healing for themselves as well as in the church where where God has you in the church and people, the world see you as you're not a kingdom woman. But we all know that what the world sees is not what God sees. So wherever we are, the Lord meet us. And in this play, even though it's a comedy, it's really about having a relationship with the Lord and how you just stay in position and you let God be God. Don't care about how the world sees you. You stay in position and let the Lord do what he has to do, and then he'll display you to the world.
Yeah, I love that. I love that concept. Can't wait to see.
I apologize.
This is those days when everything can happen. Like
I can.
Beverly,
It's,
Beverly, how did you come up with the concept? Why did you do that?
I didn't hear you. Could you repeat that?
How did you come up with the concept for your writing? How do you come up with your ideas?
How did I come up with okay, I came up with that concept because I was going through some things myself, and I had to realize that I had to be healed. And he was like, just like he heals us, we have to allow others to be healed in whatever way he wants to heal them. Everybody don't heal the same, but we all need it.
Yeah, I think that's great. I mean, growing up as and lifestyle sexually ostracized a lot, and forgiveness. But without further ado, why don't we you're gonna do a skit or hope that the sound is better. Let's bring up our piece that are part of the past. Ladies, we're just gonna wait on Katie to bring.
I don't.
Are you calling me? Are you calling me?
Yes.
Are you ready for a clip?
Yes.
For the play. Okay, let's get a clip. Let me go and get a clip so we can find out what this play is all about. Hold on, and I'm gonna pull it up. About all of these sisters plotting in the pew. Ow! Watch out now.
We got Harriet Holmes, folks. I don't know in this clip, and I know Charmaine also a part of
I wasn't able to put this on the screen. I thought I could keep it on the screen, but it wouldn't allow me to. So I've got to go and find it. It won't take me long. But this will give you a synopsis of what the play is all about. Give me a second. Okay, I'm not pulling it up right now. Why don't we just go to a commercial break? Can we do that? And then I'll go back and pull it up. Sometimes, when you go live, things don't work out right.
All righty.
So let's do this commercial. We'll be right back.
And American food from breakfast to dinner, plus cocktails on a Sunday brunch and casual digs. Sounds like Josephine's Southern cooking to me. To own a restaurant is a labor of love. To own a soul food restaurant for 35 years is to be a service to people in a manner that extends beyond the bounds of hospitality. Josephine's Southern Cooking, the place to come and have a fantastic down-home Southern meal. Josephine's Southern Cooking, 436 East 79th Street, Chicago, Illinois. Also known as Captain Hardtime.
Okay. Still not able to pull that up. But we will get it. Yeah, I'm still not able to pull it up. I will get it in a few.
Beverly, what made you start writing? Why is writing important for you? Beverly?
Can you hear us?
Beverly, can you hear us? Beverly, can you hear us? No. Bryant, do you know why?
I think situation. She was, when she found a group of sisters that also needed to be healed and wanted to come from that prayer. Beverly expressed to me that she really is shy and have at her computer. I'm sending you a message and check, and back to a couple of other things. We're gonna bring Beverly in the. Hey, Bev, we're gonna put you in the back room. We're gonna come back at you. Because she's having some technical difficulties. And it's okay. Katie, can we put there we go.
Thank you, Lord. Okay.
Yeah. Mercy.
Hey, I see Steve Dunnigan on there. Hey, Steve.
Hey, Stevie. That's our good friend. Steve's been on the show and our very good buddy. Steve, some technical difficulties. That was crackling like a spaceship landing in my ear.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. And I couldn't hear you either, Bryant.
That's not over that popcorn cooking, honey. Frying grease and cooking popcorn all at the same time. But that's okay. We're in the basement with McLemore where the truth comes out. Sometimes the truth can't get out because you can't hear it. And okay, one time it was me, and my voice was 5 minutes behind everybody else, and that was like the funniest clown car ever. And people are still calling me laughing. The first thing they do is say, "Oh, I caught that show when you had Lowe on there," and then they start laughing. They said that was on your show except for you. And the only thing I could do was laugh. It is what
you know, one thing I was thinking about, somebody was on social media, they were asking everybody what their first concert was. And really? I'll never forget my first concert. It was the Jackson 5 at the Denver Coliseum. And I went with my mom and dad.
My mom and dad took me too at the Coliseum where they had the circus in Denver.
Yes.
Do you remember when they had those screens up and that girl jumped on the stage? I think we talked about this years ago. They had a bunch of screens to keep the people off the stage, or like these gates, and this woman got up there.
Really?
Yeah, that was my first concert too, and my mom and dad took me in Denver.
I wonder if it was the same. If we probably went to the same concert because it was like the hottest ticket to get, right? And I'm sure I tortured my parents, like, you know, please take me to see, you know, the Jackson 5.
Yes, Harold, that was the only concert. You know, they didn't.
Right. Right.
So there, we were both there. I went with my parents as well. I fell asleep. I'll never forget it. I was looking at her like, because, you know, she was much younger than us. She was tired, honey. By the time they finished with that first couple of things, she was over it. So I was so mad with her. I was like, you're worthless. Then you went to sleep at a Jackson 5 concert. Hey, Katie, do you have Charmaine DuPont, who's also part of the play? Is she in the back room? Is she in the green room? Because I want to bring her on if she is.
Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Hi. We can hear you.
We like that. Oh, wait, we can't hear your audio. We can't hear you.
Turn your mic on.
Now we can hear you.
So I was able to get on a little bit. I really want you to get Beverly back on because she's got a lot, you know, so hopefully she kind of readjusts. But yeah, I play a character called Liberty. And Liberty is a psalmist, guitar player in the church. And she's very free. She's very free, you know. She's not caught up with tradition and religion, you know, and she's very free. She does a lot of the outside work of the church that the church doesn't do. And she had gone through a lot in the church where she wasn't accepted, you know, because she's different. as the church, the play is saying, because people are different and they come in like they are, they shouldn't be judged by tradition and religion. Just, love on people, learn how to love on people, and just let them there and celebrate who they are.
That's amazing. So do we get to hear you play Little Ricky, or is Little Ricky allowed
I'm
in?
Ricky today because I'm at my 9 to 5.
Oh, hey,
I'm working on teeth now. I can sing the toothbrush song for you if you want.
How you doing, Pastor Genuine? I'm doing wonderful. I'm wonderful. Woman of God, I am wonderful. I brought some love for you today. I brought some love? Yeah, I brought some love.
Ooh, baby girl.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. What's your name again?
My traditionary.
Traditionary. You should never walk up on nobody like that. Don't you know about the seas?
I'm sorry. I'm not love. Oh my God.
wow.
Oh,
So
good.
that was the snippet.
We got a little clip.
Yeah, we got a clip so that it looks.
Yeah, what that was one of the ladies that's in the church. Her name is Traditionetta, and she represents tradition in the church. And she was coming to talk to Pastor Genuine. Now, Pastor Genuine is a person that's very genuine,
Okay.
pretty good.
And Charmaine, how did you get involved with this play? And have you always been an actor? Have you always had the bug? What's your background?
Yes. I've done a lot of acting throughout the city. Screen Actors Guild, eligible, getting ready to go on and move on with the thing. But I was on Boss with Kelsey Grammer. I've been on a lot of the TV shows, Chicago Fire and different things. I got into a commercial with T-Mobile and a lot of things. I've been pursuing that as well as the music.
Okay. And what do you think about a play that's centered around the church, that deals with real issues? What do you think about that?
I think it's very important, especially this post-COVID era, because people need God. Everybody does. I don't care who you are, what your lifestyle is, or what you're dealing with. Everybody needs God. And I think part of COVID was God saying, you all need me, because he didn't leave one stone unturned. Everybody got hit by COVID, whether it was your businesses, whether it was your lifestyle, your family, was all hit by COVID. So it's about people coming back into the church, because people couldn't even go to church at the time when COVID was active. So the churches were shut down. So now you have a whole group of people that are coming back into the church, and they can't come back into the church with tradition and religion present. We have to be able to accept them just like they are, people just like they are.
And you're exactly right. And I mean, I think that might be a to what ails us as humanity. We've been able to pull the sheets off of some, and we've been able to wrap our around mentally in a way. But you're exactly right. All of the traditions and all the strongholds have been pulled down. We see where the funding and the money has been going, and we see that we've been fueling an economy that really needed us, especially as an African American people. We have fueled an economy down, not spending our money anywhere where it's necessary. So I think that this religion is
the American church is powerful and is key. So, it's about getting back out there. And then it's about people in the church who are stuck in tradition and religion healing.
Yeah. Hey, I want to say hi to DL Lewis and Miss Honey Don for joining in on the show. They've been watching us from the inception. Hey, do we have? Can we get Beverly back in?
Yeah.
Is Beverly home to us? Hey, Bev.
Hi.
You can hear us, but we can't hear you.
I want to suggest that Beverly log out and log back in. I think that'll get rid of the snap, crackle, and the pop. If that'll be okay with you.
Yeah, I think the snap pop is still.
If that'll be okay with you. Right.
I think
It's me.
I do too. I would use it, but I don't. Okay.
Something on the end.
No, we really, Beverly really causes all our audio to go out. Bryant, can you hear me? Oh yeah, okay.
yeah, put
I
Beverly
think
back.
Beverly, something's wrong with Beverly's phone. It causes everybody's audio to go bad.
Yeah, it short circuit us all out. So we just wanted to, get the information on the dates of Beverly's production, which I don't have them in front of me. I apologize, I don't have them. Harold, do you have the dates and the address of the production?
Oh yeah, let me get that. Hold on.
Okay, and then we can
So
do that.
just so everybody knows, the title of the production is Sisters Plotting in the Pew. It's written and directed by Beverly LaRue. And the inspirational stage play will take place on June 25th at the Writer's Nook. That's 1806 West Grand Avenue. That's at the Writer's Nook on 1806 West Grand Avenue on June 25th. And the doors open at 6:30. The show starts at 7 o'clock, and tickets are $15. Okay? Okay, everybody,
Right.
so that's Sisters Plotting in the Pew.
You guys,
with Beverly LaRue.
You meet us there. I'm going to be there, and for ticket information, of course, you can contact the show. We can get you some information on how to get in touch with Beverly. The venue that she's at is a new venue. I've actually been there myself. It's beautiful. It's African Americanly owned and operated. The sister that's there is just trying to bring new acts. So for those of you that have projects and stuff, I would like to give her a shout out as well for a beautiful edifice. And then I see Honey Don says that our show sounds like bacon.
Oh, Honey Don is bad. Honey Don is bad. But Bryant, I want to know if I show up, if I flew out there, could I take a selfie with you if I run into you at the play? Do you take selfies with people? Oh, you do? Oh, okay.
Middle of selfies real good. I want to not hold out on this next guest. And you guys, I want to just send a disclaimer for those of you that's been with this show since its inception. We're almost coming up on a year pretty soon. I'll get you that date. But we've, I started out not knowing what I was doing, still don't know a lot of things, but that we've had on this show is my whole point. I want to be the connector. I want to be there for the public. I want to make sure that the same gender loving community has a voice and that they have a platform. So just like they have, gay people on their shows, it's like, hi, this is so-and-so, the gay designer. Oh, and today we're going to have the gay baker. And tomorrow, gay mechanics near you. So this show, we just have everybody on the show. The hosts just seem to be same gender loving, but for the most part, I don't think we should be categorized. I think that we should be celebrated in whatever we're doing. And I love my bestie and my homie who helps me be better, Mr. Harold Abrams. Because if it was a professional, man, I would be just as goofy. I'd be like Beverly is today, huh? Can I? Beverly, don't worry, honey. I'm just teasing you, but all just in love. Next, I have been waiting for this dude. I know he's.
I think we have another sponsor, Bryant. Before you're.
Okay, go ahead.
I think so. Katie, can we roll a sponsor?
Yeah, she says she's coming. I hear her. I'm in the basement just only with McLemore, literally, like just by myself, like in the basement.
Right. Well.
No, it worked out.
Well, you know what goes on in the basement stays in the basement, right?
You got that right, baby. You got that right. It stays in the basement. You got to pay the. So I wanted to, Harold. Let me ask you something. When you New York was shut down just during COVID, and people weren't going to those cute little corner stores and all those sidewalk cafes. That must have been absolutely devastating. Like I think about New York even more so than I do Chicago when it comes to that type of, because you guys are always at those little corner spots that you don't
Yeah.
expect to be there. And you and I always go to Hell's Kitchen, and we always have such amazing. We go to that one place. I don't know the name of it, but I know where it is. And it's like, wasn't that devastating just for the community? Like, what did that look like?
Yeah, it was devastating, and it looked really bad. I mean, all these places, they had to close, Bryant. There was no traffic at all,
Wow.
and many of them are not coming back because a lot of those places, most of them are mom and pop. They're private businesses.
Right.
They're not corporate restaurants, and New York City thrives on that. It's the place where you can start a business because there's so many people here. And a lot of those places had a lot of repeat customers, very loyal customers, so it was really hard on a lot of them. And it's still kind of like that. I mean, the city is turning back around, but it's going to be a while before things rebound, and people are having to start over. Yeah, it was tough. It's hard to look at. And, and the city shut down, so they weren't cleaning. Those people were actually cleaning their areas, right? When you come to work, you clean your outside. None of that happened. So now we got to deal with that. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
We lost the percentage of African American owned businesses in Chicago was 80% of
Wow.
80% of African American businesses were lost during the last year, and they're not coming back.
Right.
Because most of those businesses, including my vintage spot, that stuff was just we were paychecks away from just the next month and making just enough money to re up with their supplies. With me being in costuming, I had no film, no movies or whatever. I'm just starting my first one after a year and 6 months almost. I start the first one next Monday. But people like us that are in the industry and just trying to stay afloat. And when you take that, you take the bottom out of the boat, you're just sinking. But so we're looking out for brighter days, Sal. I'm being prayerful. Be brighter days.
Amen.
You guys apply for those PPP loans or whatever they are and be legitimate. Now, don't get dragged out by the federal government for doing something.
Right.
Apply for grants and loans. Would behoove you to go and get some of those legal loans and grants. Hey, Katie, what you got for me in the form of pay the bills? She says she's coming up, honey.
Is a courageous and necessary act. Set a course for the future. Discover your organization's true potential. Contact Dr. Regina Armor and find the tools, structure, and organizational techniques to improve your bottom line and fulfill your mission. Contact Dr. Regina Armor at The Armor Group. www.armourgrp.net. That's www.armourgrp.net.
Yes, that's my girlfriend. I call her Ara for short. Regina.
Right. Well, good. I know you got some music coming because you love your music, right, Bryant?
I am so excited. I never have a show without having a guest on here to do something. And today, my guest is the most courageous and handsome and talented. His name is ETHERIO, and ETHERIO NOONE is my next guest that's coming on. We're gonna bring ETHERIO out of the back room and put him into the show. And you guys are in for a treat, ladies and gents. This boy can sing. ETHERIO. Hi.
Y'all know what? Y'all not gonna believe this.
What? Ethereal
I
is
feel
missing?
like a pig in a poke because I don't see Ethereal.
Oh Lord, have mercy.
Can somebody wake him up? Maybe he went to sleep.
You think he
That's
passed?
what you get for putting people in the green room. You can paint that room a different color.
Let me text him.
Yeah, text him.
Yes. So you know what? My friend Steven said, "Hey, Katie," and you know Stevie's always in on my shows. He said he knows it's crunch time, but you know our technical issues are just part of the podcast world, and it is what it is.
Hey, Steve, you know, I just love In the Basement with McLemore, but I tell you what, I'm not going to get caught in there. I'm staying in the living room.
You heard Harold say earlier, what's happens in the basement stays in the basement. It's almost like Vegas, but without rides and slot machines.
You still have Beverly. I did ask her to sign back out and log back in. So if you want to check with her again, we could bring her back while we're waiting for ETHERIO Noon.
You know what? We can try, but the sign of bacon, we're gonna put her back out because we've actually given her. We've already pubbed her play and everything, so we got her on. I want to thank Beverly, for being on the show, and also for I think her name is Release Wilson, and it looks like Deanna Cochran and Harriet Holmes, and of course our own Charmaine DuPont are part of her cast, and we're just excited for you guys to go. Y'all got enough of it to go see it.
Well, you know what, Brian? Since Beverly had a hard time today.
Okay.
Why don't I extend her a hand?
Okay.
And invite her to another show.
That would be great.
Would that be great? Okay.
Yeah,
can I just bring her back? I like to apologize.
Yeah, bring her back.
Okay. Hey, Beverly, can you hear me? Beverly, can you hear me? I don't think she can. I'll text her. Okay. I think ETHERIO is here. Without further ado, I'm going to remove Beverly, bring in ETHERIO. I'm going to call Beverly by phone. Okay, here's ETHERIO Noon.
Hi.
Hey, there he is.
How are you, Mr. ETHERIO, my brother from another mother?
What's up, bro? How you doing?
I'm good. What's going on in your world?
Not much. Just chill.
Just chilling. So why don't you tell me a little bit about what's ETHERIO all about? And you're such a cool brother. When I first met you, and I met you at work, you just had such a style that I had to have you on my show. I was so excited about it, and I think that's my jacket I'm finna take up off you.
Yeah.
So right after the show, you can just go ahead and lay that jacket. You know where I live. Just put it on the porch. So,
but thank you. I appreciate it. It's definitely always a pleasure, and you know what I'm saying, people with energy, people positive vibes. I love running into people, networking, and just meeting like vibing together, networking. ETHERIO Noon. So what I'm about. Well, I'm a down to earth, chill guy. I'm all about positivity. I'm always looking to elevate in everything that I do, including my station, whatever it may be. Is always keep it moving. I'm not a past person. I don't think in the past, and I don't live in the past either. So I just keep forward. Me as a person, I'm a creative artist. I sing, I dance, I write music. I model, I act, produce. I'm just a lot of things. I like to explore my talent. My biggest passions though is music and modeling. That's what I've been focusing on this year, and having business when it comes.
Wow, yeah. That's amazing. And give me the meaning of your name. I love your name, and I think we forgot to put an E. That's Noone, right?
No, it's NOONE. That's just my email. I put an E on.
Oh, okay. So I followed your I was like, oh, did we spell it wrong?
got it right. You got it right.
Okay, well, good. So give me a little bit about what you're going to perform for us today. I'm so excited when you came to my house. Y'all already got my audition. The brother can sing. I was like in the background. I only hit like 1 or 2 notes, but I did hear.
You was ad. You definitely got it. You remind me of Kim and Luther. Like that's what you remind me of. You remind me of Luther and Kim. You know, KEM. Yeah, you got that old school like band voice. That's dope though.
Well, thank you. That's because I'm old and school.
He did the old on you. He did the old on you, Bryant. I heard that.
No. I mean, old is good. Sometimes old fashioned is good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, old is.
Yeah.
You know what, brother? I'm gonna take it. Whatever you give me, I'm gonna take it. So why don't you go ahead and give us a little taste of what you got? You guys do not tune out. Stay right here.
Okay. I have an EP dropping on the 29th. This month. It's called Afternoon. The concept is just about, you know what I'm saying, just it's centered around like just time, because my single is called I Got the Time and my EP is called Afternoon. Like I said, centered around time. This is the first project I'm gonna be dropping. I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm having a listening party at Persona Lounge. 29th is 8 to 1, and a video premiere too. I made the video too, like that. So so the song I'm gonna be performing today is called I've Been Waiting. It's one of the songs off the 5-track EP dropping called Afternoon. So yeah, I'll get to it.
Yes, and I better be at that listening party, dude. I need.
I got you. It's free too. So it's June 29th at 8 o'clock. It's gonna be fun at Persona. But this song be one of them that I'm gonna sing there too as well. But this one is called I've Been Waiting. I love this song. Get into it. Can y'all hear it?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. What I gotta do? Just tell me to get you over here.
Thank you, ETHERIO. Thank you so much. All right.
we was getting into it on that.
I got my lyrics messed up a little bit. I was like, oh, I hate when I do that.
No, that is amazing. Thank you so much. You know what, dude? You have an amazing future ahead of you, and I want to be part of it. So we're gonna have you back on the show too, and then in the basement with McLemore has a live show attached to it. And as soon as that's on, I want to have you back as part of the family.
Okay, hey, I'm down. I'm down for it. I want to perform as possible and just network more. Definitely.
Yeah. And so what's your social media, ETHERIO? How can people follow you?
Oh, okay. You can follow me on Instagram and the ETHERIO NOONE, ETHERIO_NOON. So on my page, I have a link tree to all my other social media platforms, my YouTube. I just created a YouTube because I'm gonna start posting my music. That's why I'm posting video on as well for the video premiere on the night. So I'm gonna be posting all my music and content on my YouTube channel and my social media platform. So my link tree is there. So if you want to follow me, other social media platforms, my link tree is there. You just click it.
Okay, y'all heard that. ETHERIO NOONE on Instagram.
That's right, and you heard it right.
Go through the link tree.
The basement, McLemore, Mr. ETHERIO NOONE, where the truth comes out. And we just, of course, was by the Armor Group, Ashland Collision, Maseo Photo, Southern Cooking, with our guest LaRue with the stage play Plotting in the Pew. And of course, the for today was Mr. ETHERIO NOONE, and I wanted to thank Katie Lowe for all her amazing work on the show, and my bestie, Mr. Harold Abrams from New York. He's
glad to be here. Thank you, Bryant.
Yes, you know I love you, brother. There's nothing I can do without you.
I love you too. All right.
Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you again next month on the first Monday of every month here on the Katie Lowe Intellectual Radio Show. And ETHERIO, my bestie in New Jersey, says great job. My cousin in California texting me on my phone, great job. And two of my friends are texting my phone saying great job. They enjoyed the show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Till next time. If you feel like you need a hug and nobody's respecting you, we've got a love, a hug, and a smile waiting here in the basement with McLemore, where the truth comes out. Peace out, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.
All right, thank you.
Have a good day. Enjoy yourself. Be safe.
All right, you too, ETHERIO. All right. Okay, Bryant.
See you guys later. And we're out. Get your out. Did you see me? No, Harold. As you sit there looking like it's
Does Katie have us leave the studio, or do we just leave?
I think we just get out if we want to.
There she is.
Woo! I tell you, we have had some day here.
Oh my God.
We have.
Baby, when you were in this basement with McLemore, I'm telling you, the truth will come out. Hey, hey, hey.
Sorry for all the stuff, but all in all,
don't you like that music? Well, we will see you the first Monday in July. Well, we gonna get in the basement with McLemore. We gonna pop some firecrackers. You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's right.
Because the 4th of July is coming up. Y'all have a good Juneteenth. Do the things that I wouldn't do. And we will see you next month. Hey, Harold. Hey, Bryant.
Yes. Hey, Katie. Hey.
I'll see y'all in the basement.
All right.